Yo, it's good. So got a quick weekly recap right now. This last week was my biggest week of all time now. And it was sorry, it was only one trade. So that kind of goes to show that less is like in fact very much more. Because this was last week I took no trades. This week I only took one trade, and this week was my biggest week yet. So patience and like less is more. So quickly going over this week. So like I said, one trade, one win, one buy position. So it was a 0.7 total lots. My biggest, it was 2.8% gain, which was, yeah, the biggest one. This was getting close, but I took a loss near the end of the week, so that kind of caused me not to have a bigger week, but this is not my biggest. I limited myself. Now I'm doing pretty good on the funded. It's all right, but yeah, clearly another example of less is more. Only one trade, and that was my biggest week of all time. So I did quite well with my expectations. I was able to stay neutral most of the time, but also like if I saw a potential sub, I would start getting like a bit attached to it and just kind of like hope that everything would work out the way I wanted it to, rather than just truly accepting that anything can happen and like that the trade idea could get invalidated. I can't predict what's going to happen on the charts. I can only like, be an observer and then choose when I want to get into the charts, right? I can't force myself into it. So that's like the main that's like kind of like bro, I don't know why I'm coughing, bro. I don't know. That's like, it's just like the main thing, just being able to have neutral expectations, because otherwise I'll feel like betrayed maybe even if the setup doesn't end up playing out, and then that'll just build up over time and I'll just feel even worse, and just like that'll carry on to the next trading session. So that's kind of like the main negative emotion I felt, the main like issue, if you will, so just gotta remember to stay patient, remember to like remind myself, like be humble, like bro, if I took a win, it's not like I'm freaking not TDR, bro. I haven't made it yet, but it's like I, I just gotta stay patient and make sure that I like don't like don't tweak out if I don't take a trade. Like it's okay to not to take a trade, bro. Like I should be comfortable with sitting out. And last week was a good example, because last week I didn't take any trades. This week was only one trade, and I sat out of multiple potential setups, but that didn't end up working out. Like those setups looked like decent, but they just didn't, like something about them didn't end up playing out good. So I just sat out of it, and it's good because those would have been losses as well. So I mean, actually, no, there would have been one trade, I think, that actually there was one trade that I didn't end up getting into, but it ended up like working out the way I wanted to. But it's just like I was playing it more like on the defensive side, and this was after I took that win, so I didn't really want to like put extra risk on the table when I wasn't super confident. I just wanted to find the absolute reason to take a trade, and the absolute reason to take a trade didn't end up playing out. So I just sat out and like didn't like tweak out, So that's like, I think that was a good thing that I did, not to like tweak out on the trades. It's just, bro, I actually don't know why I'm coughing so much. But it's just like kind of like the main thing. It's just I gotta like stay like I'll miss some setups, but I feel like it's more rewarding to feel confident about the trade you take rather than being regretful on the trade you take, right? So yeah, this is the trade. This is going into market open. So market open, we had a pre-market sweep. This is around 5:20, 5:30ish. Yeah, so like we took out the London low, the absolute London low. This is the 10 pip like kind of buffer, if you will, and we kind of got close to that, but at around NY open we had a 5-minute reaction to the upside, and we ended up retracing into equilibrium. Now, what do we do with equilibrium, you might ask? We ended up breaking 1 minute structure to the upside, and I entered long off of this. This is the 30-minute. I ended up entering long somewhere around here, but I got entered at the right at the tippy top. So not the best, because the risk reward was kind of cooked, right? Because I was looking to target this London high with stop loss below the equilibrium. So do they want to keep like decent risk reward and keep a fixed TP and SL area and just like have a better entry? But I got filled in at the tippy top, so it didn't really look that good, right? Because I was like at a 1.3-ish risk reward, and it just dropped like a 0.9. So with that, I got entered up here, and then we came all the way back down. So I was low-key panicking, but we ended up coming back. We came all the way down here, and then we ended up actually coming back up, retracing, and like I got out of the position at a break even. I almost got stopped out here because I had my stop loss below here, so got pretty lucky. Ended up getting taken out at break even for a slight positive, and then just looked for a potential better re-entry, and we got that by retracing it to 5-minute equilibrium with a higher low. So with that higher low, I was more confident with keeping a tighter stop loss, just based off the confluence, right? So felt more because with this one I felt a bit like regretful. I was like, yo, I'm entered all the way up here, got my stop loss pretty tight here, and the risk reward isn't even that good. So with this trade, I had like a 1.5 hour to here, stop loss below the equilibrium, feeling good. Maybe I could have kept the stop loss a bit tighter now that I think about it. But after seeing price go all the way down and almost stop me out here, I was a bit weary of that. But something to know, just don't let previous trades like affect me. Just got to make sure I have short-term memory kind of. So going into the future, I should be more confident keeping my stop loss below the low, closer maybe, like but like at the same time it was like pretty high spread as well, so I was kind of like a bit weary about that as well. So if anything, I feel like this is a good stop loss placement, but maybe could have kept it a little bit tighter, maybe kept that risk reward a little bit better. But I think I only risked 0.9 instead of like a whole 1%, like, so it wasn't like, so I could have had, I think I under risked, if you will, maybe like just a little bit, because my stop loss could have been like down here, but I kept it a bit tighter. But maybe I should have either risked more or like kept a wider stop loss. So yeah, the main thing is I can't let like the previous trade affect me, right? But anyways, we ended up coming into 5-minute equilibrium, and then I had a 1-minute break of structure to the upside, got filled around here. This is a 1.5 R. TP1 got hit when I was making breakfast. This is when I was recording the day in the life video, so crazy timing. Go check that out. Like every day I have a day in the life video, I usually take a trade, and I win that trade sometimes too. So it's like pretty lucky. But this is the London lowest. This is TP1. I was originally planning to keep TP2 here, but I was like, yo, this is way too close. So I kept it at a 1 hour high here, Asian high here, and then I had a previous day high as a small runner. I took 0.5, 0.5, 0.6, and then left 0.3 running, and that ended up getting hit. So it made me about, I think like from here to here it was about 1%, and then all of this was about 1.75%. So pretty good. Ended up hitting a total R of actually I'm not sure. Did I say here? Okay, no, but okay, so 8.36 R, but it was like very small amount going to that 8.36, right? So not really 8.36. I would say like the majority of the position was here, and that's probably like a 1 to 4. So I would say this is a 1 to 4 trade. This is a pretty good trade. It's just I feel like that runner all the way up here kind of allowed me to make this a pretty big trade. It did keep on going up, but I shouldn't be fixated on that. I should just be happy that I was able to catch a large piece of the pie with this one. But I sounded so fudu saying that, bro. It's like I was able to catch a large part of the move. I'm not here to catch the entire move. I'm just here to catch a piece of it, a part of it, right? So, yeah, pretty happy with this. Pretty good. Not too bummed out. Let me see for improvements. Yeah. So the main thing is just being patient for the good setups, being patient for the high quality setups to come to me, and just not like tweaking over the low quality ones, just having a short-term memory, and also just moving on to the next without freaking out. So yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for this week. Pretty good week. I'm gonna go to bed now. It's around 8 p.m, but I like to go to sleep early for the muscles to grow, grow the muscles, grow the muscles. Oh yeah. But yeah, I'll see you on Monday. Actually, no, Monday's Thanksgiving. But I'll probably start. Oh, my battery's at 69%. Oh. No bitches, bro. No bitches. But I'm going to make the TikTok now. Goodbye.